Hey everybody, this is Frilliff and welcome to episode 24 on the Just Vanilla server. A couple of things I want to do today before we get started in the episode. Firstly, I want to tell you all about the weekly competition, which I happened to enter last week. It was killing magma cubes, and I did pretty well actually. I did that well that I won, and I want to show you what I've won. I'm dead excited. It's really good. So this is my winning chest, and I've got little sticky pistons, load of redstone stuff, which is brilliant. I've got my magma cube killing winner, which is going to go on my wall. I've got a totem of undying, which I'm sure is going to come in handy. Loads of enchanting books, loads of blocks for my beacons, a shulker box, which we'll have a look in now. Blocks of diamonds, blocks of emeralds, blocks of gold, really good stuff. So thank you very much for that. That's brilliant. I also want to congratulate, creep ahead, fabulous. I want to congratulate Mr. Blackstone G, who, with a few days to go, there was about 3 days to go on this of the competition, and I was miles ahead of everybody. I mean, I'd killed 800 magma cubes. It was because I'm doing work in the nether on the wither skeleton farm that I was down there quite a lot, and I just happened to be killing lots of magma cubes, and I was well ahead of everybody else. It was, miles ahead. And then I woke up one morning, and Mr. Blackstone G out of nowhere was only 40 or 50 behind. So for the last 2 days I've spent the best part of 20 hours running around in the nether killing magma cubes, and with a couple of hours to go yesterday, it finished last night at 1 AM my time. At about 9 o'clock last night I was 200 magma cubes behind, and I was close to throwing in the towel. He was running away. I couldn't keep up with him, and then I had a bit of a spurt, and he went from being sort of 200 blocks behind to being 200 blocks in front. And then with a couple of hours left to go, about 11 PM last night, I had a bit of a spurt. I changed my tactics a little bit. I was running between two nether fortresses, and it wasn't working, and it was causing me grief, and I was getting stressed. So I decided to stick in one nether fortress. And it paid off, and I went from being a couple of hundred behind to being a couple of hundred in front. And then, with an hour to go at about midnight, all spawns stopped. And I can only assume that a couple of people on the server must have gone into the nether to do their stuff. And it killed the spawns. So with an hour to go, the rates dropped from, loads to nothing. But in the end, I won. I won by a couple of hundred blocks. So I'm as happy as Larry. Thank you very much, Mr. Blackstone G, for putting up a decent fight. Otherwise, I'd have run away with it. But I've got my box, and I'm gonna use that stuff wisely, right, to catch up on what I've been doing since you've been gone. We're moving the entrance, as I said, up here. That's going to be the main entrance with the furnace and the tree farm and the fishing farm. And then we've got the villagers, which are still here, luckily, and that was the old entrance is down that way. But I've started putting down some kind of flooring, which is a flooring I always tend to use in my Let's Play worlds. It's the one I used in my last Let's Play series. It's the one I used in the series before that. Every time I build a base underground, I go back to the go-to floor covering, which is grass, because it's just easy to put it down. You lob it down, and it gives a bit of colour, and it goes quite well with the stone. I always surround it with hidden lighting under the pistons. So that's what I've been doing. Now, we were talking about, I don't know whether I had it done, but we were talking about putting storage in here, a little storage in here for the trades for my villagers. So that's what I've done. We've got sugar cane, we've got paper when I craft it, and the new crafting system doesn't have to make crafting paper easy. We've got some carrots, we've got some potatoes from the farm, we've got the wheat from the farm upstairs, we've got pumpkins, and we've got the melons, and crafting melons as well. So much easier. And I've funneled everything in from the where is it now? The wheat farm is up that way somewhere. The melon and pumpkin farm is over that way. The potato farm and the carrot farm are over that way, and it all comes in via various chutes and hoppers and droppers and mine carts into here, and it falls down this chute here. And then it gets funneled around the back of the collection system using an item sorter, which is your basic item sorter. This is already full. Are you emptying? Oh, you can't do, can you, because of that there? Maybe let's turn you off just for a second to get rid of some of you. Or should I take you out? Actually, I'll take you out manually. I don't want to stop messing about. Right. It filled up. It was the new sugarcane farm is so efficient. It filled up really quickly, and luckily we've got the fail-safe sorting system around the back, so it didn't break when it filled up. It just meant that I was wasting sugarcane over the back. So that's the little storage area here for trading, which is going really well. I'm doing lots of trades with them, getting loads of emeralds. We've got a main storage over here, which I've started using now, which is still going to be labelled up. It's going to be stone, wood and stuff, dirt and stuff, and so on and so forth. I've not figured it out yet. So that's that. We'll talk about this in a second, because this is going to be the main entrance. I'm going to make it quite grand, but it's going to be exactly the same as the ones I've built before, because I just like them. They look great. Wood down the middle, a bit of water, a bit of lighting, and so on and so forth. The ice cube, as you know, working brilliant. I think that's filled up now. I managed to break this while I was putting my beacon in. I've moved my beacon, and while I was putting that in, I managed to break it. So I've spent an hour down there sorting that out. Just want to show you this, because I've had to change it. Now, I don't know what the problem was, but for some reason it worked brilliantly. We had the villager there and he threw food to him. It worked brilliantly while I was here and around the area. As soon as I left the area and left the chunk, when I came back, he stopped throwing food to the villager, and I couldn't figure out why. It wasn't the case in my single player testing world. It's never done it before, but for some reason here he stopped throwing food at the villager, so consequently it broke. So what I've come up with instead was an idea with the annoying clicking is a dropper behind, but the idea is I've got 2 observer blocks over the back, and I'm not going to be able to show you, I don't think, without him running away. Last thing I need is to go out there. I don't have a hoe on me. What am I doing? No, don't have a hoe. Sorry, mate, I'm ruining your farmland. Basically, behind the back of there are 2 observer blocks looking at each other, and they continually update each other. And by continually updating each other, they'll continually update the blocks next to them, which updates that block there. And as you know, that block there is the magic block in the area, which causes a farm to work. It's a block that's only got a light level of 7. So every time he plants potatoes or carrots onto it, it updates, and there's a hopper minecart underneath it. So when it updates, it sucks the crops through into a hopper, and behind the back of that a dropper. So he runs around, collects some potatoes, realises that hasn't been planted, tries to plant on it, it updates, and then the potatoes get sucked straight into the hopper minecart, and he'll keep doing that as long as he's got food in his inventory. So that'll happen, I don't know, a few times until all of his potatoes are gone. And when they're all gone, he'll go off around the rest of the farm and he'll harvest the other potatoes to give himself some inventory. And once he's planted one, once he's dug one up, he'll replant one. So there'll always be food, there'll always be potatoes and whatever in the farm. And then eventually he'll have a decent amount in his inventory. He'll come back over here again and he'll carry on planting. And obviously he can't, because it won't let him. And then he'll run out of food and carry on. So it's not as quick as the old system, because with the old system he was throwing, stacks to the guy behind the back. But as I say, the broken system didn't seem to work that well for me, for whatever reason. Come on, pick it up. So I've changed upstairs and downstairs. That's that. Now it's working, and we're getting faceplant. Now it's working, and we're getting a decent supply of potatoes. And now he started farming, and everybody's happy. Village is there. Right, so I think we're up to date now with everything I've got to show you. Uh-oh. Yeah, so I'm up to date. So what I want to do today is start on the entrance to my stairs, to my base entrance. It comes out here, overlooks the harbour. It's going to be some kind of harbour down there, I think, probably. And it's going to be wood and water and everything else. So I'll grab a bit of gear and then we'll get stuck in with that. Okay, so I've dug out a bit more of the entrance. Oh, and I've missed that. That's funny. And I've got the steps and a few bits of stuff. So normally, what I normally do is just have a line of where's the middle? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. So normally I have the right amount of steps to start with. So normally I just have a plain line of steps up the middle. I've just had a plain line of the same colour all the way up the middle. So it sort of goes up like that, 3 wide. Which is what I was planning to do this time, and I thought, well, I do that every time, so maybe I'll go crazy. Call me crazy, but maybe I'll stick a line of spruce in the middle. Yeah, I don't mind that. Hate these steps. Hate the fact that I can't use a mouse. Yeah? Okay, what if I went really crazy and did that every other step? What do you reckon? What do you reckon to that? Yeah, actually I don't mind that at all. I think we'll stick with that. So yeah, I think we will. Yeah. And then once these steps are in, I want to stick a border, and again it's either going to be spruce or dark oak. I seem to have an abundance of, I've got my sorry, not dark oak. I've got my oak farm over there, and I've got a spruce forest just over there. So spruce and oak are easy to get. But I want to put like a rail down the side, and it's either going to be in spruce or oak. Liking the spruce. Liking the spruce, and on top of that, I wanted to stick some fence posts, like a handrail kind of thing, you know. When the parents turn up, I don't want them falling down the stairs. They need something to hang on to, don't they? Yeah. Yeah, I'm liking that. And then next to that, we're going to need a bit of lighting. And next, I need some water. Sort of show you what I'm planning on doing. But I want some lighting underneath it. Because otherwise the stairs are going to be very dark. I know nothing can spawn on the stairs anyway, but I just don't want them to be very dark. But I'm going to have lighting underneath it. If I might be able to do it actually. Lighting underneath it, and then if I have some water starting at the top, and it'll flow all the way down. Like that. Yeah, I'm liking that. And then down the side of that, I wanted to put some leaves, sort of keeping with the greeny feel. But obviously you can see through the leaves. Well, you can in my texture pack. In some texture packs you can't, but obviously in mine you can. So I'm going to have to change the back up. And I was thinking it's either going to be sandstone. Don't need spruce, don't need light for the minute, don't need any of that. It's either going to be sandstone or smooth sandstone or end stone, and I'm just going to lay out a few, because as I say, behind the back of that you can see through it, so I can't have different coloured textures behind it. I can't have dirt and andesite and stone and whatever. So I'm going to put, and I want it to be kind of light. It needs to be reasonably light going up there. So we'll do a bit of deciding, shall we? It's either going to have to be sandstone, smooth sandstone, or end stone. And we'll decide which one we prefer. Just about see you can see the textures through those, which might not be bad. I mean, in fairness, there's not a great deal between any of them. I think we'll go with smooth sandstone. So if we have, if I rip this out and put smooth sandstone behind the back of that, I can then put my leaves in, plug my water in, and then put the and then put the stairs in. Job is a good one. Went up there earlier on, and it's dark up there, like you know. Like you can see, it's dark, and it's always dark on this server. God only knows how they make it so dark, so long. But I was up there, and I started to get shot by a skeleton, and I thought, that's all right. It's only a skeleton. Got to sort him out. Could I get close enough to him? He'd got some kind of punch bow, it's super powered bow. I couldn't get within 5 feet of him. You know, I get to here, boing, I'm all the way back over here, boing. Oh, it was ridiculous. Made me look like a proper idiot. So eventually I just got my bow out and shot him. But that wasn't the point. It was just hard work. So if we lob, oh my God, we lob these steps in like so, and already that's made it look a million times better than it was. Yeah, a million times better, and I do prefer the spruce. So it's a good job I've got quite a bit of it. Lob down some spruce. Spruce, I said, boy, spruce. Right, so yeah, I'll lob all this together and then we'll think about a roof. I'm thinking about having something similar to this, only arched over the top. If we follow the contour of that, maybe, and have something similar to that, maybe a bit of lighting underneath it, coming to about here. Then that would, whoa, hello mate, you alright? Give you anything? You want some of that? Yeah? Play with that? You're not going to play with that. And then we'll do that, and yeah, so I'll do that, and then we'll have a look at it when I've done it. So this is how far I've got so far, and I've noticed a bit of a problem. Only a little problem. And I'm liking it so far so good, I think. Yeah, they're they're redstone lamps, and they turn on, hopefully. You'll see it in a second. But I'm thinking the green, I'm liking the green wall. I'm liking the leaves down the side, but it's a bit plain, a bit bland. So I think I might have something else on there. I don't know what yet, but I'm thinking of putting something else down there to break it up a little bit. I'm loving the water, because I like water. I'm a big water fan. And I do like the steps now. I don't know yet whether to have the banister one high, like it is on that side, or too high, like it is on that side. I think too high might just be a little bit... Yeah, I think too high is just a little bit too much. So I think we'll stick with the one high. And as I say, I'll break that up a little bit. But apart from that... Yeah, I like it. And as I say, we've got the redstone lamps in the ceiling which turn on when it gets dark. I've got redstone... I've got glowstone under the water. I've got glowstone up there. That should be enough lighting. I'm pretty confident that'll be enough lighting. So yeah, we're nearly there. I've just got the other side to do now. But I thought I'd just give you a catch up as to how far we'd got. Right, well, I've finally finished it. And I think it looks okay. I've broke up the side. I think it still needs something else, but I can't think of what yet. It's just maybe different coloured leaves in there, maybe something else. I'll experiment on that, or you can give me some ideas. Maybe you've done something similar and broken up some leaves or a plain colour with different colours, but it just needs something else. I put what look like beams in, and I put some beams around holding it up, sort of thing. But it's still a little bit, plain. But the stairs, I think, look fantastic. I'm very happy with the stairs, very happy with the water, the lighting, everything seems to be fine. So I'm quite pleased with that. So I think that'll just about wrap it up for this episode, actually. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode, everybody. If you have, please don't forget to leave it a like, and if you've really loved it, don't forget to subscribe for future videos. This is Fully Off, and I'm out of here.